Bryan Station 14, Lafayette 6. Recapping the first half scoring, Bryan Station got on the board first. Opening drive, Craig Brooks finished it on a 7-yard touchdown run. Michael Dunn added the extra point to make it 7-0. Lafayette came back later in the second quarter. A 7-yard pass from Billy Martin to John Devney made it 7-6. The extra point failed. And then William Dishman on a brilliant 10-yard run that was all heart. The extra point was made by Dunn, and it was 14-6. That's where we stand now. First half totally dominated by Bryan Station. William Dishman rushed for 91 yards. Total offensive yardage, Bryan Station 147, Lafayette 14. First downs, Bryan Station 9, Lafayette 0. And those statistics are courtesy of Mike Fields, the Lexington Herald leader. We like to thank Mike for providing those statistics for us. Bryan Station will kick off to start the second half, but stand a half that was totally dominated by them, and I believe they're continuing their good play that carried over from their victory against Laurel County last week.
You're right, Dick. They look very impressive. To take you through the second half from my partner, Dick Simpson. Go ahead, Dick.
Thank you very much, Dan. Mike Dunn starts the second half, and we're underway, and it's a squibber. Goes to Serball, but he missed it. Lafayette gets it! And they do get it. Oh, my, what a play. Lafayette gets it all the way back to the 15. Bounced off the hands of several Lafayette generals, several Bryan Station defenders. And it ends up back in the hands of Lafayette, and right off the bat, almost a big play for the defenders.
Well, I'll tell you, Dick, they were all over that football. That was anybody's football there for a while. It was bouncing like a basketball.
That's one of the advantages of doing a squib kick, as we mentioned in the first half. A very hard kick to handle. The ball will go, you never know where it will bounce, and that time Lafayette had a hard time getting their hands on it, but they do get the ball. First and 10 at their own 17. Running out, it looks like the Power I. And this is Jesse Bradford. Bradford running hard. He's finished by Derek Thomas, among others, for the defenders, but good running by Jesse Bradford got him out to about the 22-yard line, a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Tim Dunn also in on that stack, Dick, as Bryan Station playing very tough defense. They did pick up 3 or 4 there.
So Jesse Bradford, who had a great game against Taste Creek a couple of weeks ago in his first start ever, rushed for over 100 yards in that game. Did not get much the first half, and neither did the entire Lafayette team, as Bryan Station has controlled the line of scrimmage both offensively and defensively in this game. And this is Johnny Robinson off the left side. He gets into the Bryan Station secondary before he's run down by 5 or 6 generals. And a little action, little altercation after the play over there. Flags on the play. It could be an unsportsmanlike call. But Bryan Station, probably their best first half of the year. They had a great first half against Henry Clay in their first district game, the only other time that we've seen them. He goes against the defenders, a big one, 15 yards.
It's going to be a personal foul, looks like, Dick. It's a little bit late hitting. I do believe it's what they're going to call, we'll wait and see, a face mask, though they call it personal foul face mask. But you're right, Bryan Station putting it on the line against the district, in the district play this year. Playing very excellent football.
Bryan Station, it looks like in a 3-man down alignment. Antoine Slaughter, handoff of Cook. He's met initially by Slaughter. Does not get much.
Slaughter and Dunn and Lafayette that time ran out of the wishbone for the first time, trying to mix it up a little bit, but really Bryan Station is being very careful about defense and pursuing that football very well, knocking down a lot of the pursuit and doing an excellent job in the interior, blocking against Lafayette's big line.
Lafayette has failed to earn a first down in this game. They got their first one right there via the penalty. It's second down and 9. 1-yard gain by Cook.
Chris Price is a linebacker.
Here's Martin back to pass. The pass dropped by, looks like, Devney.
Devney was all open, Dick. He had that one all the way, just dropped it.
Good pass by Billy Martin as Devney was wide open. but dropped the football. So a break for the defenders will make it 3rd down and 9 yards to go. So Bryan Station a little lucky on that one. Debney caught the touchdown pass in the first half, but that one he dropped, and that could have been a big gain for Lafayette. So it's 3rd and 9, the Generals, and it's a passing down again. Billy Martin yet to complete a pass. And this is Vic Johnson. Vic Johnson scampering his way up the middle. He's short of the first down. Pick up about 7 on the play, maybe 6.
Knocked down by Maurice Mobley, playing that right tackle slot for the Bryan Station defenders, number 64. Again, Bryan Station, great defense.
And Jeff Neal will come back into the game. Jeff Neal has been worked a lot this game. Last time we saw Neal, he only kicked it a couple of times against Tates Creek as the offensive line in that game for Lafayette controlled things. But it's been different this time around. Let's see what kind of kick Neal gets, and it's not a good one. It's off the side of his foot. Not a good kick by Neal. Lafayette downs it at the 33-yard line. So Bryan Station gets excellent field position to start the second half, as Lafayette's still looking for their first down of the game.
Dick, while we got time now, we might go over these 2 fine coaching staffs for Bryan Station. Their head coach, of course, is Steve Parker, assisted by James Alcorn. Steve Coleman, Mike Meehan, Frank Watson, Mike Watson are the assistants, and the principal over here is John Akers. For Lafayette, Tom Fee, assisted by Steve Chandler, Scott Brewer, Terry Clark, Skip Hansen, and the principal, Dwight Price.
Very good, Stan. Very good. This is Dishman right up the middle behind Chris Hyder. Good yardage out to about the 40-yard line. Give Dishman 7. And he's close to the 100-yard mark again. Running right off Chris Hyder, his center. 2nd down and make it 3. Give him 7 for William Dishman. 98 yards on the night. And I believe Stan Lovett is going to try to keep up with William Dishman this half. Good luck, Stan.
Well, I tell you what, if I can keep up with him, that's more than Lafayette has done, Dick, because he has been a monster running that football.
2nd and 3, Bryan Station. This is Craig Brooks. He's not getting much as Lafayette smelled that one out.
Looked like Bischoff, and I saw Cox in that one, and among others, as Lafayette would not be denied on that one.
Stan
also Vic Johnson comes up off the stack too.
That's what I was going to say. Vic Johnson from his from the safety position, as Lafayette trying to crowd things up on the line of scrimmage to stop this potent Bryan Station ground attack. They're not really playing pass at this point of the game, Lafayette. 3rd down and 2 for the defenders. And they give it to Dishman. He's got more. Dishman churning his way to midfield. One person, I don't believe, can bring down Dishman. That time it was Johnny Robinson and Dan Houlihan bringing down Dishman. It takes 2 or 3 for Dishman because William Dishman just keeps those legs churning. He has good size, good speed. He knows how to make people miss him. Also, Stan, he has good moves. And it's another 1st down for Bryan Station. 1st and 10 with under 7 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Power T formation for the defenders. Tim Dunn right up the middle, and he's got good yardage, a gain of about 3. Running right off the center, Chris Hyler. Let's credit some of these young men for Bryan Station on the offensive line that have done a good job. Derek Thomas, number 58, from his left tackle position. Brian Davis, number 60. James McDowell, number 50. We mentioned Chris Hyler, number 59. 85, Doug Lewis, number 54, Antoine Slaughter. Have all played very well in this game. Controlled things. 2nd and 7. They give it to William Dishman, and he's tripped up on a great defensive play, but it looked like Tom Snyder knifing through from his linebacker position, clipped Dishman at his heels and stopped him for no gain. I'll bring up a 3rd and 7 situation.
Dan Houlihan also in on that one, Dick. It just takes a little brush block by the Bryan Station interior to get Dishman loose. You've got to hit him tough, and so far, Bryan Station doing a good job in the offensive line blocking, and Dishman doing a good job taking advantage of it, running behind this nice offensive line for Bryan Station.
That was a loss of 2. 3rd down and 9 for Bryan Station. Kishman in motion, the far side of the field. They pitch back to Tim Dunn, and Tim Dunn is not going anywhere. Jesse Bradford right there, number 90.
Along with Marcus Hill, looked like came up there, Dick, and snuffed that one out.
But Jesse Bradford, the first one to meet him after Dunn picked up maybe 1 yard on the play. So Michael Dunn will be back in punt formation. 5 minutes, 10 seconds. The clock is moving here in the third quarter. It's gone by rather quickly. Mike Dunn, sophomore punter for Bryan Station. It's a low snap. And we could have a roughing the kicker penalty, but no. Lafayette may have got a hand on it. Bryan Station downs it. And Lafayette has good field position to start their second offensive drive of this half.
Well, he's lucky to get that one off. If Lafayette had been coming in there, they might have had that one blocked. But Lafayette was trying to set up a run or set up a wall to get past it. But anyway, Bryan Station got by with another bullet, Dick, and so Lafayette will have the football. They'll have it better field position.
Dunn, a left-footed punter. You don't see too many of those. 1st and 10, 4:37 to go. Lafayette in good field position. Their own 42. Right at the middle. There's Vic Johnson. He's gone. Nobody's going to get him. Dunn has a shot, but no. And there we go, Vic Johnson. Vic Johnson, blazing speed, 4-4 in the 40, just goes 56 yards for a Lafayette touchdown. He cracked the line of scrimmage, and with his speed, he was gone. Nobody was going to catch him. 14-12, Bryan Station, we got a new game.
Well, just like that, Lafayette strikes quickly, and they're right back in it. As when it looked like Bryan Station was dominating the offensive line and controlling things, there you go with the elusive Johnson. He can make up things very quickly.
Brilliant, blazing speed by Vic Johnson. Steve Parker out to talk to his troops to try to settle them down here, as we've just seen Vic Johnson take one 56 yards, and it seemed like no time. Churning up yardage very quickly. Vic Johnson came on strong in the latter half of last season to carry Lafayette to a state title. He's not really touched the ball that much in this first half of the season for Lafayette. He's just an outstanding offensive performer. They put him in the backfield. Great blocking by the Lafayette line. Opened up a hole, and all Johnson needs is just an inkling of daylight, and he is gone, and he proved it right there.
Well, it was a track meet, and you called it, Dick, because no one's going to catch him. And
Tim Dunn had an angle on him, Stan, but he just could not make it up. Johnson was just too quick. And now we got a game here. Lafayette may go for 2 here. But Steve Parker, I think, Stan, has made a good ploy out here. He's come out to talk to his troops. They may be a little rattled. They have suffered a lot of heartbreaking losses down through the years. This is an important game, no doubt about it. The biggest one of the year so far for Bryan Station. He wants to calm them down, let them know what to be aware of. What I think is going to be a 2-point conversion try by Lafayette. And this is a big play if Bryan Station can hold him. Let's see what happens here. Wouldn't be surprised to see Vic Johnson get his hands on the ball again. Martin fumbles it. Slaughter's there. Antoine Slaughter recovers the fumble. And Bryan Station stops, or make that Bobby Cheatham, number 64. Or make that Maurice Mobley, excuse me, pouncing on the loose football. So Billy Martin fumbling the snap, and Bryan Station prevails once again, 14-12. Stan Lovett with 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. That may come back to haunt Lafayette, where there's still plenty of time. But now Bryan Station has to get a good drive on this opportunity, Stan, to run some time off the clock and show Lafayette that they are still controlling things here.
Well, Lafayette did not have a first down the first half, and so right there they showed, I thought they did a little misdirection on that, Dick, and froze the linebackers and got Johnson through there, and once he ran, there was nobody catching him. So that ought to give momentum now to Lafayette. Let's see if they can stop Bryan Station. That's the key now. They've not been able to do much stopping of Bryan Station so far.
Squib kick. This is Tim Dunn going up the middle of the field where he's met hard by number 28, Mark Phillips for the Generals. Make that number 28, Van Johnson. 1st and 10. Bryan Station at their own 27-yard line. 14-12 in favor of the Bryan Station defenders. Another tense intra-city game we have going on here at R.L. Grider Stadium here in the 3rd quarter. Power T formation for Bryan Station. And they're giving it to Sterling Ward. Coming this way, gets to the 30-yard line.
And Andy Bischoff found the number. No, that's Sunka. Brian Sunka, the linebacker, came over there and did an excellent job. And again, Lafayette playing inspired defense now after Johnson put them back in this football game. It looked like that Bryan Station was controlling the line of scrimmage. Then bang, all of a sudden Johnson takes it all away. And we've got a new exciting football game.
That we have. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 8, Bryan Station. At their own 30. And they give it to Dishman. Bouncing off people. Out near the 35. They can't bring him down. Dishman will just not be denied when he gets his hands on the ball. 1st down, Bryan Station.
Well, he slowed down at the line of scrimmage, and I think that slowed up Lafayette a little bit, and then he put on another burst of speed and picked up his 1st down. And really, he could have almost taken that all the way if he could have gotten by one defender for Lafayette.
A gain of 9 by Dishman out to the 39. 1st and 10. Bryan Station needs a good, long, sustained drive here to help their cause. This time they're in the I formation. Dishman up the middle. And he's brought down by Snyder, but not before he got out across the 45 for a pickup of 6.
And he's running behind Antoine Slaughter. Looks like McDowell and Davis in there. They're opening up fine holes inside Lafayette. And then Dishman is taking advantage of it with his weaving and bobbing and picking up good yardage. That should give him roughly 119 yards for the evening.
And he's
at this juncture.
He's over the 1,000-yard mark for the year. For the first time in William Dishman's career, he goes over 1,000 yards. In only the 7th game. He gets his hands on the ball again. He's in the Lafayette secondary. He could be gone. The 30, the 20. Vic Johnson's going to chase him down, and he brings him down at the 5-yard line. William Dishman, a run of about 50 yards, and if it wasn't for Vic Johnson's speed, Dishman would have had a touchdown. They run him down at the 5. Vic Johnson with a touchdown-saving tackle. William Dishman off the left side. And a pickup of 50 on the play. Make that 50, 60 yards. 55-yard run, by William Dishman.
Well, again, he just showed the quality like a lot of great running backs. If you miss him and he gets in the secondary, it's Katie bar the door, and that's all they let. He almost took it all away.
1st and goal at the 5, Bryan Station. Here's Dishman right up the middle. Touchdown, defenders. Great blocking on the right side of the offensive line. Sprung William Dishman for his 2nd touchdown of the game. It's now 20-12 in favor of the defenders. So William Dishman single-handedly on that drive leads Bryan Station to an 8-point lead, Stan.
Well, what can you say, Dick? As it's been all Dishman again. He did it against Henry Clay, and he's come right back against Lafayette, and he's done a number against these Generals. They should have had him at the line of scrimmage a couple of times, but he's bounced off people and carries it into the end zone, and Bryan Station now comfortably up 20-12.
Make it 21-12. A timeout on the field with a score. Bryan Station 21, Lafayette 12.
The stop for Bryan Station, among others, is Bryan Station again playing very, very tough defense. 3rd down at about 3 yards.
3rd and 3.
Bryan Station, Dick, stuck with mainly a 52 so far tonight, and with their linebackers, Chris Price, and Derek Thomas, Sterling Ward. They've done an excellent job of pursuing against Lafayette, but Lafayette can break it any time.
Too much time against Lafayette. We'll put them back 5 yards. Bryan Station has played with a lot more emotion in this game. From the very outset, they looked a lot fired up than Lafayette. And emotion usually determines just who comes out on top of these games a lot of the time. And Bryan Station has had that emotion on their side from that opening drive. Really set the tone of this game, and they have carried throughout. Completely dominating the first half, holding Lafayette to not a single first down. It's 3rd down and 8 here with 33 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Martin back to pass once again. He's got Marcus Hill out here. Hill gets to the 50, crosses the 50, gets a Lafayette first down, out of bounds at the Bryan Station 47 with 25 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. And if I'm not mistaken, Stan, it could be Lafayette's first down that they've earned in this game.
I believe you're right, Dick.
25 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, and Lafayette gets their first down.
Aaron Coney playing nice defense, knocked him out of bounds, but like you said, not before he picked up his first down. Lafayette trying to move now. They need to put something up. It's getting late in the 3rd quarter, and they'd like to score before the 4th quarter, early in the 4th quarter, I should say.
Plenty of time still remaining in this game for Lafayette to do something. They give it to Vic Johnson, and Vic Johnson going down rather stingily, but not much running room. I don't think he gained anything on the play. Another, looks like altercation after the play.
I'll tell you one thing, Dick, that Bryan Station line got mighty stingy in there with Derek Thomas and several others. I see Antoine Slaughter in the middle. They stuffed him up right about the line of scrimmage. That's the 3rd quarter, Dick.
The end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Bryan Station 21, Lafayette 12. We'll stay right here.